Hi, Erik Linask in the TMC newsroom, coming to you from San Jose, California today with Jaspersoft's Mike Boyarski. Mike, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Erik. Thanks for being here.
How about starting off with a little update from Jaspersoft? What's the latest? What have you been up to?
Well, we consider ourselves the most widely used BI software in the world, and the reason for that is because we have a commercial open source license model. So we're very widely deployed, heavily downloaded, and ultimately what we do is provide a face to data to allow organizations to make better decisions using information that they have stored in their data center.
So clearly the answer today is yes, but what's helped companies leveraging open source become as popular as they are?
Yeah, I think when you look at a lot of open source technologies in the past, it started with the plumbing. So the operating systems, the application tiers, and so open source is maturing now. It's kind of moving into different layers of the stack, if you will. And certainly business intelligence is sort of the natural next step, if you will, for the advantage of open source. So there's still a lot of developers that need BI technology, and they have that sort of skill set. But there's also the front end to the BI tool. It has to be very easy to use, very intuitive. It's serving a casual user, somebody that's not skilled to necessarily build or design something. So we have a unique element to our technology, which is we are fit for the technical developer, but we also have a really elegant, intuitive front end so that the end user community can take advantage of the information that we're showcasing.
So what really makes a successful BI tool?
It's got to be easy to use. We're also, our advantage is that we're affordable. There's a lot of BI tools out there that have been sort of notorious for not delivering a large ROI. So they spend a lot of money, companies spend a lot of money deploying their software, and they're not getting the investment, the return on investment, because either the tool is too hard to use, maybe it didn't fit the particular needs of the business. So when you can combine an open source business model, which is the affordable kind of license model, with an intuitive, easy to use interface, we think that's a combination that's going to be successful for us.
What kind of businesses are coming to you for their business intelligence needs?
Yeah, it really runs the gamut. It's large and small organizations. So we're seeing a lot of online companies now that have a lot of data. The cost of getting data online is going down dramatically. So we're seeing small companies with big data challenges. So certainly we're a great fit for them because they're used to building their company off of an open source sort of framework. But then the large companies, they want alternatives. They're using technology that they've used maybe for 10, 15, 20 years. And we provide a great alternative for them because, again, the affordability message, but we're also a better fit for certain scenarios, like integrating our product with a custom application or providing better, easier to use tools for a broader set of audience within their organization.
So when you say companies with big data challenges, what are some of those challenges? What kind of challenges?
Well, I think what we're seeing right now is the fact that you can store a lot of information. So before, many organizations didn't even consider it because it was too cost prohibitive. Now that option is available. So now folks are sort of in this phase where they're collecting a lot of information and now determining what can they do to take advantage of it. So with us being an open source provider, we're not only well suited for that environment because we can connect to really any sort of data source environment. So the Hadoops, the Cassandras, there's so many different sorts of new technologies and engines available for developers, so we can connect to that and ultimately provide the insight that's part of that data. So you have a large amount of data, it's about surfacing the insight that's captured inside that data to make a more competitive organization.
How big of an impact has the cloud had?
For us, it's been a big impact. We've got about 100 customers actually that are running our software in some sort of cloud configuration, and we're seeing that increase. So there's certainly many organizations are either in a transition state where they're trying to move and exist in this hybrid mode. We have a multi-tenant architecture which allows us to sort of out of the box support what is typically a standard configuration for cloud deployment, which is a multi-tenant environment. So cloud for us is big. I think it'll continue to grow, and I think you're going to be seeing more and more organizations try to take advantage of that platform for their own internal use.
Excellent. Thanks so much for joining me today, Mike. It's been a pleasure.
Great. Thanks, Erik.